Hey y'all, what's going on? Look, I know that show just went off and this was the season finale. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's get it out the way. It was too much that went on tonight, and we got to talk about all of it. Y'all know I'm not just there's no way I can just talk about the obvious. We got to get into all the little nuances, all the little things we saw, what was said and what was not said. And I'm actually kind of waiting for this reunion, y'all. I don't know. I feel some type of way. I feel like this might be a real explosive reunion. What y'all think? I don't know. I don't know. I feel some type of way. But listen, before we start running our mouths, y'all, please hit the like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes, honey, y'all's big sister is back, and we got to talk about this show. So please hit the thumbs up for me. Please let me know I'm at least good for a thumb. I appreciate y'all so much from the innermost parts of my heart. Now let's get into it. Let me greet everybody, and then we're going to start running our mouths. Okay? Hey, Nacho Twins Mama, what's up, girl? Hey, RJ Gray, TJ Ray, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Egypt now, my beautiful sister and archangel. I'm so glad that you are here. All right, we got learning to love myself in the chat. Hey, sis. Y'all, D is here. Hey, Deandra O'Neill. How you doing, sis? The beautiful CC Miller is in the building. Hey there. How are you, Auntie Eva? Hey, girl. We got Vita is here from Denver. She say Denver is in. Hey, Miss Sparkle. What's up, girl? That's our resident Mary Kay lady. I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't see my girl. I really wouldn't know what to do. I need to talk to you too anyway. I'm gonna have to call you. Probably won't be tonight, but I'm gonna try to reach out to you tomorrow. If you don't hear from me, text me and remind me because you know my mind is what they call bad. Okay. I appreciate you in advance. Who else we got? Nita H. Hey sis, how are you? All right. We got Kim Bird. All right. Hey Kim Bird. Debbie Garcia, girl, I knew you was gonna be here because I know you got to talk about this mess with Teresa and Margaret. And I can't wait to hear what you think about this for real. Hey Glennis. Tosh, you here? Hey girl. There's my sis Marilyn McGowan. All right, all right. Child, look. I like some good gossip. I wasn't bored at all because I peeped everything that was going on. It wasn't real obvious, but it was right there. Hey, Michael Morris. Oh, you in here to talk about the season finale too. Okay. Wasn't it interesting, child? That conversation with Tree and Marg. And the conversation with Joe and Louie. Hey, Dana Cutler. How you doing, girl? Plum. Hey, DT. What's up? I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it. Jackie Gaines. Hey, girl. Child, High Vibe is in the house. Hey, X. Okay. Hey, I make 59 look good. What's going on? All right, all right. Rochelle. Hey, girl. Who else we got? Did I speak to everybody? I did. I did. Now, y'all listen. I might be in and out tonight because I am cooking. All right. Daddy's home. I got to fix this man's supper before I end up by the road talking about we'll cook for food. And then that's going to be real strange and real tragic. So, y'all, forgive me if I got to pop in and out, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So, how many of y'all watched this finale tonight? That's what I want to know. Let me see ones in the chat if you saw it. If you on the West Coast, I know it ain't came on for y'all yet. But if you are here and you did see it, put a one in the chat. Because this right here, it had a lot going on. It wasn't right on the surface. You had to kind of read between the lines. Okay. You need me to do something? Okay. All right. Debbie, you was watching. Thank God. Girl, look. So they were still in Nashville. And everything started off real cool. But I knew it was going to be some bull crap, y'all, because I was just waiting on Margaret to bring her trifling butt down them stairs. I'm sick of her. But we'll get into that later. I ain't even going to do it. So listen. So they had the chef come over. Dolores had a chef come over. Good old Hunter, honey. Hunter made the breakfast. They talking about the bike ride coming up. Dolores said that last night Marge was still mad and she was on fire. So y'all forgive me. Anyway, so she's still mad. Melissa says she just gonna shut up, which is a good move for Melissa. And I noticed some stuff about her tonight too, and we're gonna get into that. Okay. Child Debbie said again. You tired of her too, and so is Louie. Completely. And I do mean completely. Mm-hmm. So then Jackie started mentioning her eating again and blaming it on Marg and Teresa. Apparently, about midway through the season, Jackie decided that her eating disorder was gonna be her storyline. And unfortunately, we was gonna have to hear about it every single episode. Oh, I didn't eat much because of Teresa and Margaret. Girl, you didn't eat much because you have anorexia nervosa. It had nothing to do with Teresa and Marg. Please stop. You were not that upset about Teresa and Marg because the two names involved were Teresa and Marg. And may I say, I'm sick of Jackie too. I'm tired of her. I'm just tired. Like, stop. So anyway, mind you, I'm not mad at her about her disorder. Everybody gets sick, but child, at a certain point, let it go. Hey, King Denny, how you doing? So anyway, everybody's down for breakfast. Joel and Melissa called Teresa while they were still upstairs before they came down. Marge down there pissed off because ain't nobody. Well, actually, before she even got downstairs, she's telling her employee slash husband. Basically, she pissed off because ain't nobody pissed off with Teresa. Like you talking about, Joe said that was good for her. That was a good start for her. It is. People are allowed to grow, and they don't have to grow at the rate you want them to grow. As long as there's growth, let it go. Because y'all know, and I know, it was a time Teresa wouldn't apologize to nobody, and y'all know this. Okay. So anyway, TJ Ray, you sick of Marge too? Girl, she is too much. She's too much. So anyway, Marge plan. I'm gonna tell y'all why I feel like Marge plan failed. Let me see what Michael say. Michael say, Jackie, you responsible for what goes on with your disorder. Stop blaming others for your problems. Get your priorities straight. I know that's right. Because if she's that unhinged, child, what you doing even involving yourself in the argument between Teresa and Marge? If you're that mentally fragile, honey, you should have pulled the Melissa Gorga routine and just said, I'm going to shut my mouth. DT. Tasha, what you say? Marge's husband reminds me of a mouse with a mustache. Girl, I thought I was the only one that was seeing Ratatouille. God dang. All right. Yeah, it was some growth, but they act like, she was mad because people acknowledge her growth. It's so funny when people have an agenda and they need you to be a villain. And what's sad is Teresa was legitimately a villain for how many years now? Stop trying to make the girl be a villain when she actually is not one, y'all. In my opinion, I feel like Louie is good for her. She's a much better person with Louie. She has a better attitude with Louie. She watched her mouth better with Louie. She had one blow up when in reality she should have blew up a whole lot quicker if it was the old Teresa. DT say large Marge the barge, and her husband looked like Homer and Marge Simpson. Marge looking like Homer. Ooh, DT, you cold. Hey, God's anointed daughter, how you doing? But it was just too much. But I'm gonna tell you why her plan failed. Y'all want to know why her plan failed? Let me tell you why large Marge's plan failed. Large Marge, her plan failed because she could not get Melissa to jump on the bandwagon. She had Jackie, but it wasn't enough. She needed more people, like the children say. You need more people. It didn't work because she couldn't get Melissa on board because Melissa's husband was like, you better not get into it with Teresa. So as much as she would have loved to pile on that bandwagon, honey, she couldn't because she'd have been on the corner talking about we'll cook and clean for food. How about I say I agree with Louie that Margaret is thirsty for Teresa's spot. Girl, didn't he say it? I told y'all I like Louie. If he could just manage to get his eyebrows arched to a regular level, I'm going to be Team Louie all the way. Debbie says she really is better with him than Joe. Yeah, Joe was so toxic and nasty. He actually made her a worse person, if that's possible. Louis even told Teresa that Marge wanted a spot. Didn't he? I'm telling you. Child, it was too much. Hey, happy to be happy. Now, Michael, what you say? Can Marge stop with the talk about body shaming, especially Jack? Y'all body shame Jen with her new nose, and the anorexic lady tweeted that she should get liposuction. Jen on Twitter. That's what I'm saying. They so full of crap. Like when people want to, yes, he did, David. He sure said it. Now, this is the thing, Michael. When people want to paint you as a villain, they will pretend as though they floated down from heaven on angel's wings and their mother went into labor in a baptismal pool while diapering their hind parts with prayer cloths. That's how they act. Everything that they're accusing Teresa of, they have done. Okay, let's be clear. They've done it. And what's so ridiculous is that it's only two of them beating that drum, and they're angry because it ain't working, and it's not gonna work, mainly because Melissa cannot jump on that bandwagon. I'm just saying. Yes, the baptismal pool. That's how they act. Like they mama, when the doctor said push, they was in there and somebody was singing, "Take me to the water." That's how they act. They act like that's what that's what was being sung in the background on the day of their birth. Yes, honey. Louie tamed that werewolf. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Louie say, "Bump the moon, baby." He got her. Now, DT said, "I just want to know why man Lisa Horga is still on this show. Her and her werewolf husband need to go back to Narnia." Nah, I don't agree with that one, DT. Y'all better leave Joe Gorga on that show. Joe is hilarious. Joe make the show. Y'all take Joe off and Teresa off, you ain't got no show. Now let's talk about that. That's right. That's right, Tosh. That's the part right there. That's the part. I love it. I love it. Tosh, you getting it, girl. You getting it. So, listen, honey, moving right along, because that's my theory. I feel like that's why it didn't work, and it wasn't gonna work because they couldn't get a third person on it, so it just looked like two harpies shrieking everywhere, and wasn't nobody really going along with it. Now, here's the other thing. Now, why ain't nobody tell me Frank Nasty Behind was on a massage parlor? And when they asked him what kind, he talking about the good kind. See, the more he talk, the more I understand why Dolores is perfectly happy being his friend. Dolores don't want that man. I told y'all that. He is gross. He is gross. He was messing with hookers. Now it's coming out that he had a massage parlor. That's why Dolores is perfectly happy being his friend. She ain't got no interest in nothing else with that man at all. He is gross. Now he's kind of funny or whatever, but he's pretty gross. Y'all say what y'all want to say. Frank is yucky. Frank is real yucky. Now that's all I'm gonna say about that. But that really blew me. I couldn't believe he had massage parlor. Oh, child, hold on. Debbie say, now Joe might not feel like that about who after that reunion trailer. I don't know. You're gonna have to retype that one. I couldn't figure that one out, sis. Hold on. Michael say this is the reason why I don't support Jack's journey with her disorder. If you want to be an advocate for ED, don't throw stones at their appearance. That comment on Twitter says a lot about her. I'm telling you, but I'm gonna tell you what it does more than anything, Michael. It speaks to how sick she is. Like that's literally those are the things that she's worried about above all else. And because of that, that's why she can't manage to eat a sandwich in peace. Because that's what's plaguing her mind. See, sometimes when people throw them insults out there like that, and you know they're not playing, and you know it's mean spirited, it's because that is legit. That is legit how they see the world. They're and in a way that may be how she sees herself. If she eats something, we don't know what she actually sees in the mirror, because a lot of times body dysmorphia is like that. Everybody else may see one thing and you may see something else. So I'm not going to make light of her disorder. However, I feel like if you need to put that much energy towards your eating disorder to the extent that you can't go through anything without bringing it up, then maybe you need to back off and just deal with your disorder for the time being. Now, that's all I'm saying. That's really all I got to say about that. You say you like them Jersey husbands. They all right. They all right. The dudes are a whole lot. They're a whole lot cooler than their wives, but that's usually the case. Dudes are always a lot cooler when it comes to social settings. Women bring in envy, cattiness, jealousy. Taking jabs and cheap shots, and them dudes just let a drink, have a good time, smoke their little cigars, eat their spicy food, talk about women like that's all they want to do. These women, for whatever reason, well, not for whatever reason, I guess it's their job to be dramatic. Say now, Joe might feel like that about he might feel like that about Teresa. Oh, spell check, got you. After that reunion trailer, right? He may, but we'll see. Say she views her whole world with that lens, right? That's why she throw that kind of stuff out there about other people. Hey, Angie. So anyway, let's move along before it get too late. Now, what got me was not only did Marge come down there, kill everybody's vibe, people laughing, having a good time at breakfast. She came down there and just pissed in everybody's cornflakes. Even had the nerve to like go at Joe Judice, like, I'm sorry, Joe Gorga, like you up there saying that was progress, that was good. Like you could shame him for actually supporting his sister. If y'all can't see how sick she is, I don't know who can show it to you. Hey, Queen of Hearts, KS. I know that's right. I'm glad you're here. Hit the like button for me, sis. Hey, Obi. Say if you watch what you eat, you don't need lipo every week. Just saying. Hashtag Jackie. Right. That's what I'm saying. Jackie is a very sick person and she shows it. And the thing is, it's like it's hard to have sympathy for her with what she's going through with her disorder because she's so nasty. She has such a nasty spirit because you can have that sickness and not have a nasty spirit. But Jackie has a very nasty spirit. Very, very, very nasty. And it's showing. That's all I can say. It's really showing. Then she blamed everybody for not defending her. Did y'all catch that? Talking about how come none of y'all defended me? She was body shaming me. She said I don't ever miss a meal, and none of y'all said nothing. And she telling Melissa, why didn't you say something? What girl? You picked that fight with Teresa, and y'all know the whole season since this is the finale. Let's just talk about it. Marge picked that fight from episode 1 with Teresa. She has truly picked that fight with that girl every chance she got. She knew Louie was a sore spot for her because she know Teresa found somebody that actually treats her nice, and she had been treated like a dog for however many years she was married to Joe Judice. That poor girl, she didn't know, how to take it other than this man is just wonderful. That's her, that's the cream in her coffee. You know what I mean? That's the ice in her sweet tea. So she knew that was a sore spot and she kept poking and poking and poking until she could get the reaction she wanted. And the problem with her plan was when she finally got the reaction, nobody was mad at Teresa. That's where she got stuck. All right. Hey, Cricket. Right, high vibe. Teresa was Marge's storyline. Her storyline was attacking Teresa and Louie. And I still say, if you want to attack Teresa, that's fine. Don't none of us like that hammerhead shark. No way. But the truth of the matter is, Louie ain't did nothing to you. Marge is the queen of throwing rocks and hiding her hands. Yes, she is. She's a nasty character, honey. Say yes, she did. She told you she wanted to live in the present. Sure did. Jackie out here getting mad at Teresa. Meanwhile, she looks like a teenage clear boy. Yes, she does. And she likes looking like that. She's scared to not look like that. Michael say, at least Tree said something, even though it was half aid. Marge would have gone ballistic if she said nothing. It's a no-win situation with Marge. Everyone is afraid of them both, not just Tree. But I'm going to tell you what's funny. What's funny about what you said, Mike, she wanted Teresa not to say nothing so she would have an excuse for her righteous indignation. Teresa literally let the air out this heifer's balloon when she said, y'all, I'm sorry for cutting up at dinner. And then she really threw salt in the wound when she said, no, I'm apologizing to everybody. I'm not apologizing to you. And I'm actually proud that Teresa stuck to her guns. She stuck to her guns, honey. Obi, what you say? Say, I spoke about the rumor on camera because it was true. Oh, right, Marge. So you reprehended the Evan rumor because it wasn't true. Child, this is the problem. How does she know it's true just because somebody said it? Women lie on men every day. Look at Poe Johnny Depp. Obi say, meaning Evan wouldn't admit to it, and the Bill rumor is true because Jen confirmed it, right? The facts. Yes, totally agree. Listen, Obi, I'm with you when you're right, baby. When you're right, I'm with you, okay? So this was the thing. So it kept going. Then I love the fact that Dolores, whether she's a fish reeler or not, Dolores came real with them. Dolores was like, look, we not Teresa's parents. It ain't our job to be checking Teresa. I love it. Then Jen told Marge, you got to take some accountability for what you did, your part in it. And then Jackie went bringing up her issue again. It's like, girl, you grasping at straws. And you could tell at that point, y'all, for me, it solidified the fact that Jackie and Marge came there as on one team with an agenda. And she literally saw her friend going down with the ship. And she was like, well, she ain't got nothing relevant. She has no relevant rebuttals. She has no relevant points. So the only thing I can do at this point, let me bring up what happened with me way back because that was relevant. Even though it's over and done, the girl apologized and you accepted it. Even though, did y'all hear her make excuses for why she accepted the apology? I'm over Jackie. Like, Jackie, eat a sandwich, don't eat a sandwich, never eat again. Just get off this show. Debbie say, telling you Louis spoke to her, got her together off camera. You think so? He must have, but I'm really impressed with the fact that she listens to Louis and Louis knows how to keep her in line without embarrassing her like her ex-husband. Right, it isn't. Thank you. Say and Andy better have his questions together for these hypocrites. And y'all know darn well questions at reunions are not from his fans on social media. You know that. Y'all know Andy loved to lie. He loves to lie because if he was answering the questions from fans on social media, no doubt he would have had a question or two about his cocaine habit. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna talk about him, but there it is. Okay, it's out there. In the words of Large Marge, it's out there. Debbie says with Tracy paddling in the back of the boat. Yes, girl, she was trying to jump on that bandwagon so hard. And it's like, girl, you don't hold no weight. Who are you? You just got there, and I pray she never comes back. But she kept trying to jump on that bandwagon. It was sad. She was trying to jump on the bandwagon. And did y'all notice the people on the bandwagon didn't even want her there? It was so pitiful. High Vibes say Jack is supposed to be an attorney. I expected a better argument from her. She didn't have one. That's what happens when you don't have a case. She was just vamping. And when she saw her friend had not one leg or big toe to stand on, all she could do was bring up an old issue with Teresa. Real pitiful. Marge kept making excuses, and Dolores at that point just left the kitchen. And I had to laugh because Dolores was like, "Now I need to go shower. I need a shower and some holy water to wash off this evil energy." Because everybody was having a good time, and Marge literally brought the evil energy, and she couldn't blame it on Teresa because Teresa wasn't there. That was all you. Mm-hmm. Tosh, what you say, girl? Because you know I don't watch what happens live. You say you watched the first 5 minutes and Marge say Louis impressed her on the reunion. In other words, she finally given up. Right, because that man ain't did nothing to her. He ain't did nothing to her. She is sickening. So can we talk about Tiki and Tracy having no part? Child, you know I'm going to get to it, Michael, but you're right. Tiki ain't had nothing to do with this whole Nashville trip. He wasn't out with the guys not one time. He had to work, so he's at home on the computer. Tracy in the background trying to bandwagon unsuccessfully. It was too much. I'm telling you, Tracy was, you say, the human prop for the fight scenes. That's it. That's it. She would have been more interesting if Teresa had picked her up and hit Marge with her. That would have been way more interesting than what we actually did see from them, which was nothing. I pray they don't come back next year. And you know what else? You can tell that those are Melissa Gorga's friends because they just as dull as her. They are. They are. They just as dull as her. So listen. Then they get to the bikes. It's bike time. Then you got Marge and her employee sitting in the back seat so they don't have to pedal. And she blaming that on Teresa. After how Teresa treated me, I deserve. How? What does that have to do with you sitting your lazy behind back there? See, you lazy and active, and then when somebody talk about your booty jiggling because it's mush, then you gonna want to cry about body shaming. But clearly, we see how you got in that condition. Obi say Marg and Jen, surprisingly, being tree soldier are the strongest, most opinionated personalities amongst the bunch. The rest are echoes and followers, including Melissa and Joe. No, Joe ain't following nobody. Joe is on his own wavelength, child. Hey, Lala. Yep, literally a background prop. Literally, honey. Literally. So anyway, then she was up there grinning. Y'all, did y'all see her face fall? She was grinning, kikiing, I mean, having a ball. So Teresa walked up smiling. See, that's when you know somebody got bad intentions for you. All you got to do is show up smiling and they're angry. It was something about, hey, Sharon Fona, it was something about seeing Teresa smiling, walking hand in hand with that man that made her stomach turn, her stomach curdle at that moment. You could see the moment when her whole face hit the pavement. And I was really loving it. And then she showed up smiling. They came and they had a good time. I like Teresa's energy in the confessional. Was like, no, I'm not gonna let Marge ruin my day. I'm gonna have a good time. I did like that. The red light drink game. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but it looked like an excuse for people to just be drinking. Okay. Now, then they get to the restaurant to eat. Joe literally, now this is one time Bill Aiden was keeping it real. He said earlier that these guys turn everything into a competition. But it's so funny because it's like high school. They're very carefree. And you can't help, I know for me, I can't help but to enjoy that to a certain degree because the women are always, I don't say that B word, but itching. They always itching about something. It's like, oh, so this nut gonna decide he gonna have a hot chicken contest. I say, now that's when you're bored. That's when you're bored. They bring out the hot chicken. Bill up there dipping his French fries in the hot stuff, and apparently his mouth is made out of steel. So of course he won. Louis quit first, and Joe talking about it's a tie. It wasn't no tie. Bill beat the hell out you, and then Bill's stomach beat the hell out of him. His stomach was still cramping for hours afterwards. I don't know who told him to do that, but it was funny to watch and enjoyable. The guys are always fun. Now, when it comes to Jackie, she up there at the dinner table with this food mess again. Talking about, oh, I know eating coleslaw ain't a big deal for other people, but it's a big deal to me. Like, girl, stop. Stop. We've heard enough about the food already. And let's be completely honest. Most people don't even understand enough about that disorder to make it interesting. But there she was with the food stuff again. I'm like, all right, here we go. Teresa wanted to talk to Marge. Joe was like, can we just have fun? They managed to talk her out of it, which was good because that food might have flipped out in the restaurant. But then again, maybe not, because it looked like Louis had done calmed her all the way down. I don't know what he doing to her, but I pray he keeps doing it. Marge was still playing victim. And then get this, she brought up the hair pull. Now, y'all know y'all been telling me the whole time that is what Marge is mad about, is the hair pull. Y'all look, Marge proves y'all's point. Everybody who said this was about the hair pull, reach around with your right hand over your left shoulder, pat yourself on the back. Because she basically told on herself this episode, y'all. She did. Let me grab a few more comments. Obi say large Marge seems real bitter and she pushing her distaste for Tree on everybody else. Yes, she is. That's exactly what she doing. Taj says Marge is 1,000% jealous of Teresa's position on the show. You can see the resentment in her eyes. Yes, indeed. Yes, you can. And yes, she is not over that hair pull at all. And she brought it up. Remember now, she sat there and she was like, I forgave her real quick last time after that hair pull. And she said she was going to show me how much she loved me. Okay. And she probably would have if you hadn't been attacking her and her man from episode 1. Like, she literally provoked the situation and became the victim. She carrying the hell out of Teresa, y'all. Hey, Deborah. Yep, you said it, girl. Reach over there and pat yourself on the back. Deborah say, told y'all it was the hair pull. Well, you didn't lie. You did not lie, honey. In the words of Nicki Minaj, you can say, "Did I lie?" Because you did not lie at all. So, I thought that was interesting that she confirmed all of y'all's theories. I told y'all I was tempted to believe that y'all was right, and Marge proved it. Marge said that. So a lot of stuff, came creeping out the closet. A lot of it came creeping out the closet. Um, which I enjoyed. I like when the truth is revealed. Okay. You say every episode she brought it up. Yeah, Marge tried it. And then all of a sudden, oh, Teresa said she was gonna show me she loved me. Girl, you didn't give her a chance to. You spent all your energy attacking her and her man. Girl, did you say Large Marge is an ungolden girl? Is she silver or is she plated? Michael say, patted my back. Marge, thank you once again for admitting that you have beef with Tree about the situation that you caused. Thank you. Yolanda Gregg, hey girl, say Teresa don't have Marge money and Marge looks okay with her weight. Well, I mean, I don't have nothing to do with her weight. What we talking about is the fact that Marge is mad about Teresa's position on this show. Number one. Number two, she's still mad about the fact that Danielle pulled her hair and Teresa told her to go pull her hair. That's what we talking about. It ain't got nothing to do with the money or the weight. Teresa is the one laughing at that girl for having a jiggly booty because last I checked, I'm black, you black, and most of us black, we like our booty to jiggle. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. TJ Ray say Marge is just a heifer, mad at everything. Yes, she is. And the fact that she got more money than Teresa don't help her when your husband is your employee. But I'ma shut up. Obi say, I don't blame her though. That was some savage stuff. I blame her. Who told her to throw that drink on Danielle? Now, do you need to go back and look at the prior season and rewind the altercation? Because clearly, Marge threw that drink on that girl first. How you gonna throw a drink on somebody and get mad when they retaliate? I just need somebody to make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because right now it don't. I'm just saying, I'm gonna shut up, but I'm just saying from the way I'm seeing it, I can't make no sense out of that. You throw a drink on somebody and then you become the victim. On what day? You say she pressed more than a panini, girl, flat as a bed sheet. Yeah, start ground beef. Mm-hmm. Do only half at a time. Okay. And then look, when you pull it out, drain it, and then put it directly on the noodles. Okay. You got it? Oh, and when you're browning it, garlic and onion. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to give some instructions. Okay. I'm still mom. Yes, she asked for it. And what you mean, savage? Get out of here. Marge's husband is creepy. You mean her employee, but she ain't gonna fire him, y'all. She ain't gonna fire him. Now, I agree with you all about Marge with her buck mouth, teeny tiny little ponytails, and grandma wardrobe attire. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Up, the head sniper has entered the chat. Hey, Mimi, say I would have thrown hands instead of a drink. Clearly. Yes, that's right, Tosh. Always garlic and onion. Always. Obi say, are you referring to Unjuicy Joe? Marge is the husband in that relationship. Yes, Marge is the husband. And that's one of the reasons she's angry. Michael say, I could say the same thing with Melissa marching up the gym with her hands at that barbecue and thought she was going to get out of it unscathed, Jen not retaliating. The difference is she did not touch Jen. She did not throw a drink on Jen. You back with that same argument, Michael. That's apples and oranges. Now, if she had thrown a drink on Jen, then Jen should have decked her. When somebody ain't touched you, keep your hands to yourself. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and she brought up the trout mouth thing. Did y'all call that man Dehydrated Joe? See, I can't with y'all. Emmy, put that 5 down on 7. Thank you. All right, my bad, y'all. I'm back from being mama again. Okay, but I'm just saying, it was just interesting. And then she was up there while she's talking to the girls, telling them, y'all lowered y'all standards for Teresa. And she was like, Dolores was like, no, we didn't. And she said, yes, you did, because you compared her to a dog. And I remember clearly, and I'm glad production played it back. Dolores was not comparing her to a dog. She was trying to use an analogy to explain the fact that Teresa had been being abused by Joe Judice. But I see right through Marge. Marge is real good at trying to flip stuff and manipulate words and lie on people. She's a big liar, and it's clear. And then when she was talking to Teresa, did y'all notice? Remember now, and at this part of the conversation with the girls, she told them that they lowered their standards for Teresa. Then when she talked to Teresa, she lied and said they lowered their standards for you. And then when Teresa said who, everybody, she couldn't even say a name because she is such a big liar. She's disgusting. Then Jen said that Teresa was nice to her when she walked up to her and said hello, which I think so. I think she was. Okay, let me entertain Michael, y'all. He got to beat this drum. To be fair, marching up to someone is a provoking move for someone. If I was in that situation, I ain't sitting down and taking it. Definitely would have stood out my seat. Standing out your seat is one thing. Putting your hands on people is another. She put her hands on that girl. If they had started fighting, Jen was wrong for putting her hands on her. Period. Yeah, she's a crap stirrer and a liar. Lala said exactly. Marge loved to play semantics. She knew what Dolores meant. Yes, she did. But when she flipped it back, you compared her to a dog and then went to Teresa. They said they lowered their standards. She know good and hell well ain't nobody said that they lowered their standards. You said that to them. Y'all see how nasty she is? But anyway, then Dolores was like, she don't expect people to do what she would do, which is exactly my approach to people in life. I know how I handle stuff, so I can look at a situation and say, well, I probably wouldn't have did it like that. But that does not mean that I have to expect everybody else in the world to approach situations the way I would, just to make me feel good. It just doesn't work like that. It doesn't. So I was glad they told us some sense. Joe and Louie went off the talk. Child, Louie asked for Joe blessing to propose, asked for to marry Teresa. I thought that was real cute. I thought that was real cute. I'm sure Marge is mad about that. You know, she just got to admit defeat at this point. But like in my book, Louis looked like he doing everything right, except for the shacking up part. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I get it because he plans on marrying her. But I just was like, with her having them girls and he got young boys, that made me a little nervous. But for the most part, Louis been doing all the right stuff. Now, Ty say maybe Marge hates Louis so much because he stabilizes Teresa enough to withstand Marge's war games. You know what, girl? I didn't even think of that. She might be mad at the fact that Louis is keeping Teresa from playing into her crap. Ooh, girl, you be thinking. Deborah, what you say? Jen is trying to stand Teresa's good side to remain on the show. That and the fact that Jen actually told the truth. Keep telling y'all a broke clock is right twice a day, and y'all know I don't like Jen at all. Y'all know I can't stand her. But even a broke clock is right twice a day. Now that's all I'm saying. So now Joe came clean about his concerns and questions, which I'm glad he did. He asked Louis straight up, man to man. Louis answered him. They came to an understanding. He gave him his blessing. I thought it was cute. Now, what's funny is that Marge and them sitting over there watching him talk to Joe, and you could tell she was getting more and more bothered. Like she wanted Joe to dislike this man so bad, it was eating her up. That's why she kept sending her employee into the camp of the men to start mess. And sitting over there just complaining. She's still pushing her agenda. And then the man was like, I bet he's asking Joe, can he marry Teresa? And Frank was like, well, I hope I'm invited. And then Marge employee was like, well, I know I ain't going to be invited. You sure not. You sat up there working hard. Let me tell you something. You can love your wife without deciding to be messy with her. And I look at him like, what kind of man would even engage in that? If I decided tomorrow to be messy, first of all, Papa probably wouldn't be okay with that. I'm 99.9% sure he wouldn't be okay with it. But on top of not being okay with it, you know what else he wouldn't do? Is engage in it and like, oh, let me help you be messy. You go talk to them and I'm going to go talk to... Come on. Like at this point, I'm not sure whether it's employee-employer, whether Marge is in a lesbian relationship with this man. I don't know what this is. Is he a ma'am, sir? I have questions. I have so many questions. D, what you say? Marge had the nerve to say that Teresa's always deflecting. Is she the main one who is deflecting in line? Girl, That's how it be. Michael said the fact that Marge lied about not getting information from the exes on who tonight on who tonight about Louie. Okay, I think I got you. I guess you mean watch what happens live. I don't know, bro. Marge is consistent in what you say. You know about giving a gift to the ex to get info on him. Child, now that's some dirty stuff. It's getting real popular in the street. Literally, everyone's eyes was on them in that boneless wing place, like they were celebrities. Well, it might have had something to do with all the cameras too, baby, and the microphones. Todd say Ratatouille is definitely not invited and can leave his tux in the closet. Yes. Do he have a tux or do he just borrow one from Stuart Little? That's the real question, Tosh. Get back to me. Deborah say, yep, Marge didn't like that one bit. George Gorga can't wait to hand Teresa off to Louie. Right. And if I was him, I would be happy to do that too. Because Teresa acts a whole lot better with Louie. I don't care what y'all say. Louie got her in a better headspace because she behaves a whole lot better. That was respectful. And that's what Joe was saying. Joe was like, he liked the fact that Louis showed him that he respects family. He respects family. And I love that. Yeah, you say dehydrated Joe is such a weenie. Y'all killing me with dehydrated Joe. I'm just saying, he's giving me ma'am sir energy, Egypt. I'm just saying. Definitely giving me ma'am sir all day. Then the Teresa and Marge talk. Now, this is where it ends, and this is where I was tickled pink. Okay. Now, Teresa said, told Marge straight up, you should have came to me. She said, well, I did at your part. I told you you need to get in front of it because I like to get in front of everything. And I told you outright that I cheated on my husband with the contractor and blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. That's what you did. Just because you tell somebody what you think they should do, it doesn't mean they have to take your advice. I have friends that never take my advice and come back later and be like, girl, you was right. I have friends that I never take their advice. And sometimes I have to say, girl, you was right. Hey, Tina, you know what I mean? It's not going to always go the way you think. And sometimes a person might not take your advice and it works out just fine for them because Teresa didn't take her advice. And if Marge hadn't been running around on a campaign to smear this man who did nothing to her, Teresa's situation would have been just fine. And it still turned out just fine with all of her antics. Okay. Now, Teresa was like, I didn't want him to do that. That's not what I wanted. Because at the end of the day, let's be real, that's Teresa's relationship. Now, it's giving me a whole lot of, I want to tell you what to do in your relationship as well, because I really don't have one. You have an employee. Okay. You got a whole employee. You don't have a relationship. Michael, what you say? Say, yeah, I meant watch what happens live. I figured it out. Say, I know when Marge lies, she always acts so defensively when asked about situations she's involved in. She was shaking on tonight's watch what happens. I believe it. I believe it. Oh, dang. You just say we need 15 more likes, y'all. Please hit the thumbs up. Check the thumbs up. Make sure YouTube ain't take it back. Y'all know how they treat the girl. Come on now. So then that goes on. Teresa was like basically saying, Marge was like, well, it was out there. It was out there. Whether it was out there or not, the fact that you kept bringing it up on camera, which is the same thing we were saying about Wendy Osefo when Giselle, can't call her that no more because she had her neck pulled up. When Giselle did that to Wendy and Eddie, it's the same thing that Marge kept doing. Well, no matter what was out there, you brought it on that show, on that platform, in front of those cameras, and then continued to do it. And not just in front of the cameras on that platform and continued to do it. You were on a campaign. Anytime somebody said anything nice about Louie, oh no, you running in. Well, don't you think this? Don't you have a problem with that? Do you trust him? Like, girl, sit down somewhere. You were on a campaign and everybody saw you. But it was out there. So Teresa was like, just basically, if you my friend, I'm telling you how I feel, like just leave us alone, which is fair. Leave your friend and her relationship alone. Then after that, that's when Marge lied on everybody. Oh, they said they lowered their standards for you and blah, blah, blah. Then Marge became the victim again. And did y'all notice Marge got amped up and Teresa stayed calm? Did y'all see that? Because I saw that. I don't know. Once again, Once again, I do not know what Louis is doing to that girl, but whatever he is doing to her, I pray he keep doing it. Okay? Because clearly, this is not the same Teresa we got in previous seasons. Taj says she brought it up on camera every single episode. That's war. That's exactly what it was. And it was a public relations war. She wanted everybody, fans and all, to be against Louis. Obi say, yep, Joe been giving ma'am sir energy. It for real. For real. Heavy ma'am sir. I'm trying to figure out when the guys go drinking, why is he even there? He's supposed to be over there at Dolores and them house. He ain't supposed to be with the boys because he's definitely one of the girls. I'm just saying. So then after she got unhinged, Teresa's calm. She gets up and storms off. And I feel like Marge really got unhinged. Now, let me see if I can get y'all opinion because I want to see if y'all saw what I saw. Did y'all detect that Marge really got unhinged because she could not get Teresa to lose her cool? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's why Marge got unhinged. Or do you think she was truly emotional over what she was saying? Hey, E. Davis. Michael, what you say? 1, if you think it was because she couldn't piss Teresa off, and 2, if you think she was being honest about just being emotional. Michael said, if Marge was concerned about Tree, you should have done it on the side without the cameras, not for the world to see. She's not her friend. The entire group except Jen and Dolores are not her friend. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Deborah, you think that's what it was? Right. Debbie, you see it? You see the parallel. That's a parallel, pure parallel. Mm-hmm. You think the same thing, D? Tina talking about all of the above. Oh my goodness. Yes. I'm telling you, this entire season has been about getting a reaction out of Teresa and making her a villain, and she failed. She failed. Lala say Large Marge and Josephine definitely won't be invited to the wedding. I think Large Marge thinks she's Caroline, but newsflash, honey, you're not. Oh, definitely not Caroline. Yep, she couldn't make her react, honey. Louis has nullified the provoke Teresa button. That button has been nullified, honey, null and void. Hold on, y'all. What's that? Okay, back y'all. Thank you, but that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Kimber said a weight has been lifted off Teresa. She's no longer dealing with the BS that came with Joe Judice. Louis is a breath of fresh air. That's her piece. Girl, your man ought to be your piece now. If the man make you want to act up and act like a Tasmanian devil and fight everybody and be in the middle of mess, either that's not your man or he the wrong man. Something's wrong. Tosh say when she came back fake crying, she said she got emotional because she loves Teresa. Even the other girls were, you sure about that? Right. Because it wasn't giving what she thought she was giving. Lord, TJ Ray say Marge is just an unhinged bitter Betty. I agree. David say Louis was over her using the crap to make Teresa say something. Yeah, Louis was over it. Louis was over it, y'all. After everything happened, Teresa's telling him what's going on or whatever. And Louis was like, look, you working too hard for an apology. You don't need to work that hard. Then the man said, I'm not here to audition for Marge. I say, y'all done mess around and pull a Louis chain. And Louis didn't raise his voice or nothing, but apparently that man mean what he say and say what the hell he mean. And then he said, she's starving to sit in your spot. Baby, that's when he dropped the mic. And then said, I'm over it. And let's get out of here. Let me get you out of here. And then said, you ain't got to work for the rest of your life. I got you covered. And then say, girl, come on here. Let's go to our 50,000 square foot mansion. God, let me tell you something. I'm going to just shut up. Louis know how to drop the mic. Y'all say what you want to say. Louie know how to drop a mic. Tosh, what you say? Marge need to take another acting class, honey, another 10, because she wasn't selling that role. Michael says she tried to control the narrative, but when she did the same to Siggy, Danielle, Jen, and now Treat. But she failed to break Jen and Treat. They still going strong this season. This was a great year for New Jersey. And I've been keeping my eyes on it. Hey, DH, what's happening? Tosh say Louis won me over this episode. I told you I've been team Louis the whole time. What I told y'all, my only problem with Louis was what? Them eyebrows. If not for that, I wouldn't have had no critique for Louis. But Louis dropped the mic. I didn't even know Louis could talk like that, honey. Louis dropped the mic. And did y'all see Marge and Jackie over there? Maybe now he's showing his true colors. Maybe this is really him. What true colors? Protecting his woman? Like, y'all so goofy. Y'all so goofy. First of all, Jackie about to make me feel like, girl, you feeling some type of way because you know Evan was tricking. Maybe you feel some type of way because you know Evan is with you because you're an heiress, honey, because you got money. Evan had to sign a prenup to marry you, not the other way around. She about to make me feel like her and Marge are in the same spot. Maybe you got an employee too. Just your employee is better at pretending like he like you. Lala say she got emotional because she was looking for a moment. Right. And she didn't get it. Instead, Louis made sure that Teresa had a moment because he stunned it for his girl. She ain't have to stunt. Louis stunned it for her. Kimber say, right, but the difference is Caroline came in love, in my humble opinion. Caroline did come in love, but Teresa didn't appreciate it. Now she done ran into somebody just as nasty as her. Or I'll say as she used to be, because Teresa's showing me some growth now. Debbie say all of them were with their mouth open. Baby, they could have caught flies for days. Louis did that. Say even an annoying ex-frat boy. Evan. Oh, Evan is an annoying ex-frat boy. Yeah, agreed. Deborah say Louis and Tree are still going strong. Wedding this summer. Child, I hope Bravo film it. And I want to see if Large Marge show up. Lala say Large Marge, Jackie, and Tracy give validity to the phrase dumb blonde. Yup. Yup. And if y'all remember, she tried to do the same thing to Danielle, but on the reverse. She kept going to the man trying to tell him bad stuff about Danielle. And then this time she kept going to Teresa and everybody in the world trying to badmouth Mr. Louis. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? Stay over there with your employee that you calling your husband. If he's so wonderful, why do you have that kind of energy to devote to other people's relationships? Sorry, not sorry. Deandra say Louis has helped Teresa with her self-control as well as with her temperament. I'm loving their love. I am too, but I'm gonna tell you something, D. I feel like part of the reason why Teresa is more calm is because she don't feel like she got to take on everything by herself. Joe Judice ain't never really have her back like that. He didn't never really care for her like that, and he didn't cut for her. She know this man really got her back, or at least she can feel it. So she's more calm. She's more self-assured. So she don't have to do all that extra. Michael say, yo, this season, Louis and Tree drag Marge multiple times this season. They ain't playing games. Nope, they done snatched all her edges out. She already bald-headed. Ty say Marge need to chill with that, with the blonde. Her hair is about to disintegrate. That's, girl, I just said it. She already bald-headed. She's already bald. She's a bald head, scallywag. Okay, somebody need to play chicken head for her because she's a whole bald head scallywag. I'm just saying. Obi, what you say? Teresa spoke some truth to Marge this episode. Only hope it sinks in for her. But Troutmouth Marge has delivered some good TV. Did she or did she just get on our nerves? I'm just saying. I enjoyed the men drinking out of a adult phallus toy more than I did watching Marge. Like the men were far more entertaining than Marge. Don D says she can really rest in her femininity. That's true. You joking and got the laughing emojis, but that's true. When you're around a man who is a man, you can rest in your femininity. You don't have to act like some kind of unhinged nutcase. You don't feel the need to try to prove yourself all the time being overly aggressive. When you have a man around you who actually is a man, and he don't have to keep telling you he's one. Hey, Cha Cha. DA say Louis was in charge of the girls. Yes, honey. Louis was in charge of the girls, snatching edges, plucking off drawstring ponytails, everything. TJ Ray said, I wish I could give you some more thumbs up, sister. You so crazy. Mimi say, not Project Pat. Yes, Project Pat. Project Pat on Large Marge. When she get to the reunion, that's what they need to play for her. Just like I said for Ashley Darby, her new theme song is supposed to be "Go Get the Money, Go Get the Money." Now, when Large Marge come out, y'all need to play Chicken Head, Bald Head, Scallywag. Yes, yes, I can't take credit for that, Auntie Eva. That's Project Pat. Deborah say, I do believe Teresa's really in love with this Louis. It's a big difference in her relationship with you. Yes, honey, huge, 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 huge difference. And the truth of the matter is, when you got a good thing, you happy, and you ain't gonna let nobody mess with that. You not about to let nobody come tell you nothing about your man. If you got a brain in your head, the first thing you gonna tell them hookers is, I didn't hire no babysitter. And I don't know who need to hear this tonight. Don't let nobody come tell you nothing about your man. I don't care. I don't care if you got video footage, pictures, thumbprints, an affidavit, a DNA swab. Do not come here to tell me nothing about no man of mine. Mind your business. I like that Teresa shut that down. I like that she shut it down because she full grown. At a certain age, nobody shouldn't have to tell you not to let a heifer come tell you nothing about your man. If you don't know him, you don't need it. You don't need no help watching your man. You don't need that. CJ Ray say with them two little teeny weeny pigtails, child, she just bald headed. Somebody need to sell her a real good lace front. Yeah, girl, Louis said, don't do me. That's clearly what he said. David say, and he told her, you don't have to work. Yes, that's what he said. He said, you ain't got to work for the rest of your life. I got you. With Joe, she always worked and paid his debts. Yes, ma'am. You say her song is Fly Like an Eagle. I'm going to give her Go Get the Money. Go Get the Money. Because Ashley went and got ATM money bag, rolled out the prenup, got the post-nup, rolled that out, and she finna ride off into the sunset with Have, honey. She's about that money. If it ain't about the money, Michael say, I like that Louis didn't deny his part with his exes. I like that too. Now that's what I call self-awareness. Unlike Joe Judice, when he was with Tree and being horrible to her. Oh, he was horrible. He really was. Hey, Red Majestic Diva. Girl, you showed up when I'm about to go. Listen, y'all, I know I'm cutting it. Well, I ain't really cutting it short because we covered the whole episode. Okay, you say you need a chocolate Louis. Nah, I don't want that. I like the one I got. He chocolate, though. But listen, I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. I got to finish cooking because I need to feed my family over here. So I got to get into the kitchen, get my bosoms over the burners. But I'm going to let y'all go in case y'all need to put y'all bosoms over the burners as well. Now, listen. This was fun, but what's going to be more fun is going to be the reunion. That's what's going to be even more fun. So I'm really excited about that. And, we get an opportunity to see what's going to happen, how it's going to play out, if Marge going to get caught up in her lies. I think it's going to be interesting. And I want to see what's going to happen with Jen and Bill. I feel like Bill might have tightened up because he don't want to end up in the same position as Michael Darby. I don't know. I'm just saying. You say you was trying to think of what I call Ashley's children. Yeah, ATM and money bag, I'm telling you, she went to go get the money. Large Marge is an elderly Pippi Longstockings who is miserable and girl, not Pippi. Hey Bianca, you late, but you working. I know that's right, boo. Go get the money. All right. Well, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I love y'all to life. I appreciate you. Listen, if y'all didn't hit that like button, please hit the like button for me. Please, please, please hit the like button. Check and make sure YouTube did not take it back because you know how they do me. Look out for me, please. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Also, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Check your subscribe button. If it's red, that means you ain't hit it yet. You might think you subscribe because you always kicking it with us. Just double check and make sure it's gray. If it's red, it's not done. If it's gray, you already in there. And make sure y'all hit the notification bell and be sure to click all so you'll know every time we go live on this porch and talk about what's happening with these people. Okay? I love y'all too much. And I really, truly hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll be back tomorrow with our update, our funny papers, and anything else that happens to be going on with these rich folks. We're going to talk about them right over here on this porch. Y'all have a great night. Be positive, be productive, be encouraged, and make sure you encourage somebody else. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.